I was the kind of person who had been to the church for quite a long time, let's say like 3 years, and it took me a very long time to convert. And I remember entering the 21 days, being someone that was kind of fed up of the situation that I was in, like knowing everything, learning everything, seeing people who would come after me, but they would be able to develop much quicker in their spiritual life. And I always felt like I was behind, like there was something that happened to me that didn't allow me to basically get to the situation that they were in, which is, well, receiving the Holy Spirit and moving forward in their spiritual life. So I remember entering the 21 days, revolted, wanting to change the situation that I was going through, especially in my spiritual life, because I was able to conquer in other areas, but just not in that area. I took a long time, like 3 years it's a very long time. And I remember being in the church and I knew so much, but it's like I wasn't really using it. I wasn't putting any action with my faith, basically. It's like I knew everything I had to do, but I didn't put the action in. Fasting away from TV, social media, it was normal to me. So I started to think of different ways that I could call God's attention in a way. Like I didn't just seek. Normally, I would seek at crazy times like 3 a.m. in the morning, for example, because I wanted to call God's attention. I wanted to do things that was out of the norm. And I remember the last week, they even encouraged those who were in the fast to give a special offering. Now, this was where I really believed that I really set myself apart and I called God's attention. Why? Because I was in a situation where I couldn't give what I gave. And I was in a situation where I knew that if I didn't give it, then my situation wouldn't change. Like I had to give my all, basically. And I remember presenting the sacrifice, the offering, and I was scared. I remember I was shaking because that's what I depended on. But I didn't want to depend on that money or that thing that I had. I wanted to depend on God, basically, and receive His Spirit so that I can be transformed from the inside. I can fill the void that was inside of me. So I prepared my offering. I remember going to the altar, and I didn't expect to just receive the Holy Spirit there and there as soon as I present my envelope. But I wanted like an encounter with God. I wanted to see the change, basically. And that's definitely what I received during the 21 days. When I received the Holy Spirit, it wasn't just like one more service, one more meeting. It was definitely different. I remember my mind being the first thing that was transformed. Usually people say they received joy and peace. That came after, but my mind was certain. It's like there was no more worries. There was no more stress. My life wasn't so strenuous in that moment, because what I would usually do, I would cry out to God and I would be sad, I would be emotional after. But the emotion was not there, basically. It was replaced with joy. It was replaced with certainty, basically. That's something I didn't have before. I wasn't certain. A lot inside of me has changed, like my personality, the way I am. I would say I'm much more bolder, because what happened is before I was sad and I would look at my situation, I looked at what's around me, but I didn't really know or believe in myself. So I can definitely say that's something that has changed inside of me. I definitely believe in myself. I believe in my ability to do many things as well. So I can see a future for myself. That's something I didn't see before receiving the Holy Spirit.